This is a quick demonstration of my Recipe Share app, a mobile app for sharing and saving recipes and acting as a bit of a social network for following chefs and seeing their recipes as well from other users. It's built on React Native on the front end and uses a Ruby on Rails backend for the database. So we start with a simple login screen asking for the user's email and password. There is also a registration screen allowing you to register, provide a password, and provide a photo of yourself for your avatar. The security is done with a JSON Web Token and password encryption using bcrypt. If we return to the login screen, I can log in providing my email address. There's validation on these fields, so if I try to log in with an invalid password or an invalid email, the software will tell me. I can use my password and log in, and the app will load and it brings me to our newest recipes section, which is a scrolling list of the latest recipes that have been added to the database. This list has pull to refresh features and also infinite scroll. So it will download 20 recipes and then pause, and then I can scroll up for another 20, and this will keep going throughout the length of the database. Any recipe can be touched, and this will bring up its details, showing the number of times it's been liked or made, along with ingredients and instruction lists. And this recipe has already been liked, but I can in fact unlike it, which would remove it from my own database. If I move back, there are other lists of recipes, including top recipes based on the most likes or the most makes that recipes have had. Likewise, there are lists of chefs, and for any chef, myself for example, I can touch and then I'm able to see the lists of recipes that chef has created. And this button in the top right allows me to follow a given chef. Returning to the main page, I can also move to my recipe book. This lists recipes that I myself have created, just a handful there, along with recipes that I have liked and saved for later, along with recipes that I have actually made and recorded as having made. I can also find a list of chefs I follow and a list of chefs who are following me. If I want to add a recipe to the database, I can click the plus button, and this brings up a simple form for creating and adding a recipe. I give it a name, and I'm just going to call it a peach. And then I have a list of ingredients, just 2 to start with, but every time I add an ingredient, another will appear. There are drop-down menus for measurements, as well as the time it takes to prepare a meal and the difficulty. I'll say having a peach takes just a few minutes and difficulty 1. I can take a photo of my food and upload it directly to the database. So here I have a picture of a peach, and I will save that and add it. And then by submitting that, the recipe is submitted to the database and added to the list of my recipes and also to the newest recipes. I can touch on that and like it, of course. And if I'm not interested in this recipe, I don't like how it came out, I can in fact delete it and remove it from the database. Finally, a simple profile page allows me to see the user's details, my details in this case, and then log out.